And joining us now is Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. Sir, thank you so much for coming on the show this evening. It's great to have you. So Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor was passionate in her dissent, calling the Texas law flagrantly unconstitutional and the Supreme Court decision stunning. Were you surprised by the court's decision yourself?
You know, you never know what the court's going to do, so I wouldn't say I was surprised. I think they got it right. States have always had the right to regular abortion until Roe v. Wade, which was stripped from the states with no precedent and absolutely no constitutional basis. And so the court has struggled with abortion ever since, changing the standards on a constant basis. The states are always in flux as to what the law is because it's not in statute anymore. It's controlled by the Supreme Court, and with different justices, they come up with different theories. And so the law has really been unsettled ever since they took it over, and it needs to go back to the states for the states to make decisions about what's best for their people, not dictated by Congress or by the Supreme Court.
General Paxton, Chief Justice John Roberts in his dissent said that the Texas order is unprecedented in that it allows the state to avoid responsibility for its own law. Critics agree, saying abortion advocates are unable to sue the state. Are they right? And if so, what's the proper legal recourse?
Well, so it's actually putting the power in the hands of the people. This allows individual causes of action, which, we have individual causes of action on all kinds of different issues, and people deserve to have access to the courts. And this is an access to the courts for the issue of abortion if there is a cause of action under this law that is violated, which is the 6 weeks or the heartbeat. And I think it's perfectly appropriate for individuals to have that ability to address a wrong.
You know, on the surface, many in the pro-life community see this as a big victory, but some are actually saying it's a setback for the pro-life movement because of the bad press it's creating. It also fires up the pro-abortion side, among other things. What do you think about that? Is this the best model for the pro-life movement moving forward?
You know, I actually thought it was a very well-crafted bill. It allows the control back to people in our state to make decisions about what they think is right, what they think is wrong. And certainly, if you have any type of restriction on killing the unborn or aborting these babies, people find that controversial. So I don't know how you make any changes in law for the protection of the unborn without offending people who would like to end those lives.
Do you see that point, though? Do you think this could backfire on the pro-life movement, on Republicans, say in the 2022 midterms or in 2024? It does fire up the other side.
Absolutely. Anything that's done by any state that is effective and that works is going to fire up the other side to come back and try to stop it. They don't want this ability of states to make their own decisions, which is the way it should be, and they don't want the ability of our state to be able to have reasonable restrictions on abortion, which is what this is.
Abortion providers have said the legal and financial risks presented by SB 8 have made it unsustainable for them to continue functioning, rendering abortion effectively, as some say, done with in Texas. General Paxton, should the Texas law prevail, what does that mean for the future of Roe v. Wade? Is this the route pro-life advocates will use to overturn that decision?
Well, this isn't the only route. I mean, certainly the people that care about the unborn there's laws in Mississippi that we're taking to this that's going to be argued in front of the Supreme Court that makes it a 15-week ban, which you mentioned earlier in your show, and that one is a direct assault on Roe v. Wade. So it will give the court an opportunity. My state wrote the amicus brief along with 23 other states. So there's 25 states that are finally saying, look, enough is enough. It should be a state decision. The court, has tried to control this since 1972 and hasn't done a particularly good job with this issue. It's constantly changing. The states never know what they have here, and it leaves the law uncertain depending on which next justice gets appointed.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, we appreciate you being with us on this very big day where Texas is making a lot of news. Thank you so much.